this really kicked off. This was the first album in really arguably 5 perfect albums to me. This is kind of the first one that started that new direction.
Yeah. So do you remember much about that first time that I'm assuming it was, sliding it into the car CD player or whatever that first experience was?
I think that I probably heard my friend Anthony played Keep on Running for me because he knew that I was really into like clavinet and wah-wah and just that general kind of like driving funk sound. We were always driving. We didn't have anywhere to go really, but we were always driving around, smoking joints and like listening to CDs. So I remember listening to this one on my own a lot. And this was the first album that like really brought tears for me, which is like, crying for me is a important response to listening, or it's maybe important, but it just happens a lot when I'm listening to music. I have that response fairly often. And this is really, I can remember, Superwoman and just like the way that the vocal builds and the same thing with Seems So Long. The ballads on this record, like they just climb until they reach this place of like, there's just such a huge crescendo. And for me, it was like, whoa, this is the first, I've never cried listening to a record before. This is big. This must be really important for me. And I haven't listened in a few years. And before we had this talk, I had the same response. I was walking my dog and, it was like 3 cuts in before I'm just like, oh gosh, I can't believe that somebody made something so beautiful. It's just an incredible effort, and he plays most of the instruments and there's like a looseness to it. I mean, I think there's like a trombone solo by someone. I need a new prescription. I'm showing my age here. Art Barron. And then there's a guitar solo or like guitar accompaniment, like arpeggios and things from this guy, Buzzy Felton, but everything else is Stevie.
Yeah.
And just like the textures of it, like there's like a lot of Moog bass and then these swirling arp kind of synthesizers and loose drumming that is really just so locked with the bass playing. It's like Ram or something like that, where you have an artist that is really strong on maybe 1 or 2 instruments and then just kind of getting the job done and making it feel just oddly cohesive. There's like it's virtuosic, but it's also really approachable and humble. I really like that blend of feelings in the music.